Case title: The Killing of Libya's Leader, Muammar Gaddafi by the NTC and NATO Country. Case study: Libya case. Status: concluded with unresolved legal and political questions, cold open hook. On October 20th, 2011, a man who ruled Libya for 42 years was dragged from a concrete drainage pipe, beaten, filmed, and killed. The world watched the footage, but who was truly responsible for Muammar Gaddafi's death? And was it lawful? Background and key players. Muammar Gaddafi seized power in Libya in 1969 through a military coup. For decades, he ruled as an authoritarian leader, reshaping Libya through oil wealth, repression, and radical political ideology. By early 2011, the Arab Spring reached Libya. Protests erupted, quickly turning into an armed rebellion. The opposition formed the National Transitional Council, known as the NTC. As the conflict escalated, NATO entered the war, enforcing a United Nations-mandated no-fly zone under Resolution 1973, citing the protection of civilians. Libya was no longer facing an internal revolt. It had become an international battlefield. The alleged crime or legal violation. In October 2011, NATO airstrikes targeted a convoy leaving Sirte, Gaddafi's hometown and final stronghold. The strikes disabled the vehicles, but did not kill Gaddafi. He fled on foot and was captured alive by NTC fighters. Video evidence shows him injured, unarmed, and surrounded. Minutes later, Gaddafi was dead. The official NTC version claimed he was killed in crossfire. However, medical reports, video footage, and eyewitness accounts contradicted that explanation. The United Nations later stated there was strong evidence of an extrajudicial killing, a violation of international humanitarian law. Court proceedings or investigation status. No international criminal trial ever took place. Gaddafi had been indicted by the International Criminal Court earlier in 2011 for crimes against humanity, but his death ended all legal proceedings. The United Nations Human Rights Council opened an investigation. Its findings concluded that Gaddafi was captured alive and should have been protected under the laws of war. No NATO officials were charged. No NTC fighters were prosecuted internationally. The case was closed, but accountability was never established. Why this case matters politically and globally. Gaddafi's death marked the first time NATO-backed forces helped remove and indirectly facilitate the killing of a sitting head of state under a humanitarian mandate. It raised a dangerous question. Can regime change be disguised as civilian protection? Libya collapsed into prolonged instability, civil war, and militia rule after his death. Weapons spread across North and West Africa, fueling conflicts far beyond Libya's borders.